Hello everyone, you are welcome to Benikel Stitches and Crafts. Today we'll be learning how to make this beautiful ball gown and to calculate the fullness. So I'll be working with 10 yards of tulle net, some sample material and 3 yards of bridal satin. So let's get into the tutorial properly. I'll start by marking the full length of the ball gown and cutting it out first. So I'll start by drawing a line as a guide. This line serves as a guide. I'll minus my half length from it, the 10 inches from it, to get my full length plus sewing allowance. Then I'll cut it out. So I'll be working with chest measurement of 22 divided by 4 equal to 5.5 plus 2-inch sewing allowance equal to 7.5. The same is to the waist, so the half length is 10 inches and the full length is 34 inches. So I'll mark out 15 inches for the lining part, the inner lining part, and I'll cut it out. I'll use the remaining fabric to cut out the basic bodice. I'll be cutting the main fabric and the lining with the remaining bridal satin material, or combat material as popularly known, but I like to call it bridal satin. So I noticed that the reflection from the material is too sharp. That was why I had to put the measurement on the left hand side of the video so as to follow along with the video. So I'll be dividing my chest line and I'll mark it out and add my sewing allowance, same thing to the waist. Then I'll connect it. I'll mark out all the measurement and cut it out. This is the front part of the measurement, and I'll be cutting the back part of the measurement. So before I do that, I'll equally mark out my zipper allowance and connect the straight line. I noticed that the line that I left wasn't spacious enough, so I had to adjust my material to give me sizable allowance. So I had to cut the zipper allowance and insert my basic bodice again. I'm using a v-neck shape, so this is me marking out my v-neck shape and removing the front part of it to avoid ripping it off after cutting it again. So this is me opening the back bodice. So I will go ahead and use my back measurement to cut out the lining part, and I'll use the front measurement to cut out the front lining too, before I'll cut directly on the lace fabric. I like to cut on my satin first so as to make sure that I like to cut at my satin first, so to avoid stories that touches the heart. But I'm used to cutting to my satin though. So this is me cutting my sample material, and I'll use my basic bodice to trace out on the sample material and cut it out. Then I'll go ahead and cut the back side too to enable me have all the materials complete. Note, on the main fabric you're only cutting one pairs, unlike the bridal satin that we cut two parts. So this is the back bodice now. So I'll go ahead and cut out my net, my hard net. So I'll be cutting it on 6-inch long. This hard net, I'll be attaching it straight to the lining part of the fabric. So I like to cut it like 3 tiers. So I'll go ahead and turn I've joined the front bodice, then this is the lining part. I'll go ahead and turn all the whole bodies, both the front and the back part of it, to have, then after that I'll give it a good press before I turn it again, join the uh, bodies together. So I finished doing that. So I'll go ahead and insert it inside out. I like doing this method so to have a neat finishing at the shoulder area. So I've gone ahead to use my hand needle to gather all my 2 nets and my bridal satin. I like to use my hand needle because you can easily manipulate it to make it as full as you want. So this is me trying to gather all the fabric together, and don't forget to get your pin to secure all the materials together and to make sure that you don't have any left over from the skirt part. So I like using hand needle to do this process because it gives me that fullness and is easy for me to do, and I like the effect at the end of the sewing. So this is me patiently joining the upper parts and the lower parts of the bodies, so to make sure that I secure them with my pin. Always make your pin your good friend. Each time you're making a bulky clothes, they always come to our aid. So I've pinned it. I'll go to the sewing machine and join it, and I'll come back and show you how it's looking. Then I'll show you how I'll attach the upper part. So I've done that already. I'll use the lining part to conceal the waist area so as to have a neat finishing. I'll place the lining part, the neater part, facing the upper bodies of the clothes while the rough part facing me. So I'm attaching it this way so as to conceal the waist area. You see, as it is, it's looking beautiful already. So I've gone ahead to done that, and I'm going to join my zipper to the clothes. So I'll use my pin to secure all the edges, all the zip area, so as to have a matching waistline and a matching neckline. So this is me attaching my zip. So I'll go ahead and sew the zip to the clothes, and I'll come back and show you how it's looking and the final outcome. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share our video. If there is any question, please always leave it at the comment section. Look at the outcome, it's looking so beautiful. Thank you for watching.